Hey, what's up you guys, it's me Luke and welcome back to another video, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I post commentary and critique and reaction videos every single week. Basically, I just love sharing my opinion, so if any of that interests you, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe and turn on the post notifications bell so that you never miss another upload. Alrighty guys, so today's video is honestly just really late. I'm going to be spilling a bunch of tea. Some of it is kind of fresh, some of it's a little stale, although it's had more time to brew. Unfortunately, I've been really swamped with university. I actually just finished on Friday, so obviously I'm very excited about that because that means that I can make more videos for you guys and I can get a decent amount of sleep. So yeah, happy about that. But basically I was just really busy with exams and assignments. I'm sure you guys get it. So obviously I was just not able to make as much videos as I could. I couldn't keep up with the tea when it was being spilt, but we're back for a little recap, a little chat. I asked you guys over on Twitter and my community tab if you wanted me to still talk about all of this stuff, and you said that you did, so that is what I'm here to do, here to deliver the tea. So I am aware that some of you may be interested in some of this and some of you may not, so I will go ahead and put timestamps in the pinned comment down below so you can go ahead and skip around if you want to and if you don't want to watch the whole thing. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and hop into the tea because we have 6 different bits of tea. So we have tea regarding Kurtis Conner, Nikita Dragun, Trisha Paytas, Jaclyn Hill, Shane, Dawson and Jeffree Star, and Tana Mongeau and James Charles. So let's just go ahead and start with the oldest tea, the one that has the most time to brew, which is the Nikita Dragun tea. Now I just had to talk about this. I just I couldn't not. Okay, it was just too funny. I have to laugh. Okay, so basically, if you don't know who Nikita Dragun is, I honestly don't even know what to describe her as because she's not really a beauty guru. Like, she doesn't really ever post YouTube videos. She's pretty much an Instagram guru, if you will. She does a lot of pussy stunting, as she calls it, on her Instagram. I will admit, you know, she keeps it exciting. She does different looks. You know, she's always stunting it up, especially for Halloween. She had some really cool looks. But basically, she's just kind of an Instagram girl. And Nikita Dragun has a makeup line called Dragun Beauty, and she came out with 3 products. She has her color correcting orange thing, her face powder, and her face palette. So the face palette has like contour and bronzer and highlighter, whatever. I don't know much about makeup, but basically she has 3 products. So people are really confused as to why she was opening up a pop-up shop when she only has 3 products. Like, the whole point of a pop-up shop is to go there and test out the products and see what you like. It's more so geared towards eyeshadow and stuff like that, like stuff you can swatch. You get what you get when you buy that stuff. So it was a little confusing as to why she was having a pop-up shop. Everybody was like, sis, you only have 3 products. Like, what are you doing? But nevertheless, congrats to her, you know, amazing achievement. Don't want to diminish that. But she had a pop-up shop in, I believe it was the Beverly Hills Center, and literally like no one came. Like, she had someone film a video and she had like bodyguards and everything. Her crew was almost bigger than the amount of people that showed up, and there was the video released of her walking around as there's like no one there for her, like a few people, and you could tell in her face that she's like so shocked, but she's like got to keep her pride and everything. It just really goes to show that someone can have millions of followers, but like you never really know if people are going to show up for you. I just think that it goes to show that you should be a little bit smarter with your decisions. I don't think that Nikita should have just assumed that people would show up just because she's Nikita Dragun. Like, you would need to be offering people something. Like, she really should have just waited to have the pop-up shop at a later date because, sis, it's not a cute look. But nevertheless, congratulations on your launch. She also went ahead and photoshopped a picture. She was sitting with her mom in front of the store and she photoshopped an image of Dragun Beauty onto a billboard thingy. She obviously just did it for the photo. I mean, are we really surprised? Like, this is the queen of Facetune. So honestly, I'm just not surprised. But anyway, moving on from that. So next up is the Tana Mongeau and James Charles tea. This one is like a little more mellow, but like, I guess it's kind of drama. So basically, if you know, James Charles has his sister's apparel line, which is basically a bunch of random black products that he slaps the word sister on. Literally so uncreative. And then Tana Mongeau has her Scandalous line, which is pretty much the same thing, where she just has a bunch of black clothing items that she chucks the word Scandalous on. I mean, at least to Tana's credit, the font is consistent across all products, whereas James, it kind of differs. But basically, people were like, these products look oddly similar, and they really do. Like, they literally look like the same thing. But then again, some could argue that James's designs are copied from Calvin Klein. Like, I don't necessarily think that having a sports bra with some sort of lettering on the bottom is a unique or creative idea. I mean, yes, their merch looks similar, but a lot of YouTubers' merch looks similar, especially when they just slap text on something. I mean, I myself am personally more of a favor of like graphics and stuff like that. I think it's a little bit lazy when you just have a black sports bra and you chuck the word Scandalous on and sell it for, I don't know, that's just a personal opinion. But anyway, a lot of people thought it was shady, but then again, Tana Mongeau also does her merch with Fanjoy, who are known to just like copy other people's designs, allegedly. So to be honest, I'm not really surprised. I don't really care. Thought I would just chuck it in there. So next up is some Jaclyn Hill drama. I don't think I've ever spoken about Jaclyn Hill on my channel. I mean, I'm really a fan of her. She's so problematic. She uploads like once every 3 months. I don't really get why she's like still relevant really, but like, you know, she's doing her gig, whatever. So if you don't know, Jaclyn Hill came up with this whole lipstick line a couple months ago, and her lipsticks were moldy. They had bits of metal in, bits of hair. It was a huge catastrophe. It was honestly the biggest makeup mess I personally have ever seen online. It was an absolute flop, an absolute joke, and she did not handle it well. Not all the refunds were processed allegedly. Her customer service was not very great allegedly. There was a lot that just didn't go to plan, and a lot of people were not satisfied with her apology. And also, Jaclyn Hill is just known to be problematic, whether she is lying about affiliate links, pushing Morphe down your throat, or whatever else. She's a problematic girl, and that is the way she has been for a hot minute. So needless to say, I was not surprised by this event. So basically, Jaclyn Hill held a Halloween party in her 20 million mansion in Los Angeles, California, and she invited drama channels as well as other influencers, and the whole theme of the party was love me or hate me, let's party together. So a lot of drama channels were invited, and none of them showed up except for Sebastian Williams. So I actually went ahead and watched Sebastian Williams' video on this event, and he did not have the best of times. So basically, Jaclyn Hill's fiance just kept going up to him and bothering him and asking him what his intentions were and why he was making drama videos about Jaclyn, and Jaclyn's older sister was doing the same thing. He was like getting bombarded by these people as if he represented the entire drama community when really he's just one person. And even so, he never makes hateful or malicious videos. They're usually pretty comedic, and besides, he had some really great points about drama channels where, you know, they just report on the news. Obviously, there are some bad ones who take it too far, who exaggerate, who even lie, and some who just look for drama anywhere and just make videos on the most pathetic things. So yeah, drama channels have their ups and downs, but at the end of the day, they're just reporting on the problematic shit you do. So if Jaclyn didn't do problematic stuff, they wouldn't make videos about her. So it was obviously very unfair that he was getting bombarded with these questions and being treated like crap, like he went there to party, not to be interrogated. Even Jaclyn and Nikita took him up to Jaclyn's room and had a little convo with him, and I just thought that that was really wrong. Like, if you're inviting someone to your party, invite them to your party to have fun. Like you said, love me or hate me, let's party. You didn't say, hey, let me come over and interrogate you. So I think that was wrong. I think it was shady, and Jaclyn just needs to learn how to take criticism and understand that she is a YouTube celebrity, and when she does problematic things, people are going to speak on it. Love it or hate it, Jaclyn, that's just the way it is. Anyway, so other people were also kind of annoyed with her dress. She was wearing this dress that had the words cancelled all over it, because obviously she was cancelled a few months back. Now, this would be different if it was like somebody being cancelled over something stupid, like if James Charles wore a cancelled outfit, because honestly, James Charles is like cancelled every other week, because either he's doing problematic stuff or people just look for issues anywhere when it comes to him. Honestly, the poor guy cannot catch a break. I feel like it would have been funny if he wore a cancelled outfit, but for Jaclyn, who was quote unquote cancelled for a legit reason, for creating products that were harmful and dangerous to her consumers, and then not treating them with the utmost respect and apologetic nature, like, that's a very serious situation, and making light of it is honestly not funny. Do I think it's a cute costume idea? Yeah, sure. If Laura Lee wore it, that would have been iconic. But for Jaclyn to wear it, who was cancelled over something that was actually serious and not just a bit of petty tea, is honestly just really immature, and just goes to show how much responsibility she takes from the event. And it's just honestly ridiculous. Like, when are you gonna grow the up? Okay, moving on from that. Okay, so next up is some Trisha Paytas drama. When is there not? So Trisha Paytas has really been having a field day online. She is just really clinging to her relevancy. So she actually went on the Doctor's show, and I watched all of those episodes, and whew, those were an absolute journey, to say the least. She spoke about her eating disorder problems. She spoke about her mental health. She spoke about her transgender issues. She spoke about all of it, so I highly recommend you check those videos out on the Doctor's channel. I'm not going to relay it, but honestly, it was a journey. I feel like the problem with Trisha is she's made so many trolling videos in the past, and she's made so many lies that nobody really can tell when she's telling the truth or not. She is essentially the boy who cried wolf, and that just goes to show that she gets so confused when people question why she is or isn't transgender. And you know what, whether she is or isn't transgender, that's her business. I'm not gonna act like I know anything about being transgender, because I don't. I'm gonna just put that to the wayside and let her deal with that, and let the trans community deal with that, because honey, that is not a mess that I'm looking to get myself into. However, recently she went on the H3H3 podcast, because if you don't know, Trisha Paytas and Ethan Klein have had kind of a back and forth drama moment going on for a while. It's honestly kind of entertaining to watch. Basically, Ethan will talk about her in a podcast, Trisha will make a video reacting to the podcast, and then Ethan will make a video reacting to Trisha reacting to the podcast, and it's like this ongoing loop that the two of them do, and I think it's really funny. But Trisha finally went on the H3H3 podcast, which I was so keen about, because she's been talking about going on it for ages, and so have they. So she went on it and so much tea was spilled. I highly recommend you check that video out. But some of the takeaways from the video is that Trisha was constantly saying that she did not make money off of her transgender coming out video and that it was not monetized. However, Ethan actually went into Trisha Paytas' YouTube Studio app and clicked on the video and saw verbatim for himself that she made $8,000 off of that video. And Trisha's saying that she's not profiting off of the trans community. Why would she do this video? It wasn't for money, blah, 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 blah. Yet she made $8,000 off of it. And Trisha was acting like she had no idea about it, and she was so confused and acting so like up in the air, like, I don't even know where that came from. I didn't put ads on it. Like, come on, girl. You've been on YouTube longer than a decade. You know how mid-rolls work. You know how ads work. Like, absolute BS that she was even claiming that she didn't know that it was monetized. I don't believe a word of it. But honestly, it's Trisha Paytas, so are we really surprised that she lied about something like that? I'm not. But needless to say, that doesn't take away the fact that she did lie about something quite serious. Honestly, the thing about YouTubers these days is they honestly can almost get away with murder. Like, a lot of these YouTubers who are known to be problematic just get away with everything over and over and over again and just keep on thriving, and the people who watch these videos are allowing them to continue having a career. Even Trisha has spoken in some podcasts that she's been on that negative attention actually boosts her channel more. So by her creating these scandals and negative attention, it's helping her make money, helping her get views. She's doing this so she can stay relevant and make money. So if anyone's the clowns and the boo-boo the fool, it's honestly the people watching their videos. But then again, I also occasionally watch them, so I guess I'm calling myself a clown, but we've been new, sis. Anyway, another bit of drama about Trisha Paytas is that she actually went ahead and got married. She got fake married. Okay, so she went to this chapel in Vegas, which is known to do pretend weddings. There is no proof of the licensing. She hasn't even said or shown who she is getting married to. The entire thing just reeked of fakeness and it reeked of clout almost as much as the Tana and Jake Paul wedding. You know what? In fact, I feel like their wedding was slightly more legit because, like, oh, well, maybe not. Honestly, they're in the same boat. I honestly think that Trisha Paytas saw how much clout they got from their marriage and wanted to do it as well. I honestly don't believe that it's a real marriage. I just think this is another attempt at her trying to gain some clout. So it is what it is. Honestly, when it comes to Trisha Paytas, I just always assume she's lying. Okay, so next up is some Kurtis Conner drama, which is not somebody I thought I would ever be speaking about on my channel in terms of drama or tea, considering I love Kurtis Conner. He's usually unproblematic, and he was in this sense, but we'll get to it. But if you do not know, he has made some videos in the past with his best friend Dean Hebscher. I don't really know how to pronounce his last name. Don't really care. So he's made some videos with his friend Dean where they react to the show called Bestie Picks Bae. So the premise of the show is usually a girl and her best friend would go on a show, or a guy and his best friend would go on the show, and they would basically ask a bunch of strangers questions and everything, and they would kind of vote them off until they narrowed it down to the one person who was going to go on the date with their friend. Basically, the friend gets to choose your date. It's hard to describe, but you probably know what it is anyway if you watch Kurtis's videos. So they were really successful videos. They were really funny. The two of them were a great duo. So the two of them actually got invited by the show to go on the show, which was like a whole full circle funny moment, and it was such a cool experience. The video did really well, millions of views. Everybody loved it. It was great. All good in the hood. Or so we thought. So anyway, the girl that Kurtis ended up choosing for Dean was a girl named Justine, and she actually has her own YouTube channel, and she has made 2 videos now with Dean. She's made a video where she speaks about her experience on the show. She's made a video where she reacts to the show with Dean, and this is kind of where we get into the drama, alrighty? So Kurtis and Dean do make fun of their show in their videos. However, their videos are never really malicious or anything. It's usually just poking fun of it. What most commentary channels do, even what I do when I do like my Lily Sing or the Lily Pons videos, it's all just joking around and making fun. None of it is malicious or hateful. However, in this video where Justine and him react to the show, y'all, I was watching this video and I was shocked, especially considering that she had already mentioned that she had to cut out a lot of stuff from the videos. She had to bleep out a lot of stuff that he said because some of the stuff that he said was so mean and so offensive. But even the stuff that was left in the video, which was the less mean stuff, was still so mean. He came across as such a pompous asshole in this video. He was so degrading to the woman in the show. He made so many horrible comments. He just came across as really arrogant and unlikable, and honestly, I don't know if he's always like this or if Kurtis just cuts down those bad parts in the videos. It's just very shocking to see him behave this way when he does not behave this way in Kurtis's videos. But yeah, he just came across as so unlikable. So basically the drama came around because Justine made a video where she basically exposed him. She exposed all of their text messages, which, you know, personally, I don't really know how I feel about that because like that obviously is something private. Maybe there's laws against that. I don't really know. promo. And did she need to do that? No. She felt like she had some sort of obligation to do it because he was talking negatively about his fans. So basically he was saying a lot of degrading stuff about Kurtis's fans, saying that they're just a bunch of 13-year-olds who don't have a life and their only personality trait is being a Kurtis Conner fan, which obviously is really insulting. I don't think that a lot of Kurtis's fans are 13, and even if they are, like, who cares? Like, you don't need to be rude like that. Like, these are literally the people who give you your platform, and it's just really ironic to me that he says that the fan's only personality trait is being a Kurtis Conner fan, when literally the only reason that he even has a platform is because he's friends with Kurtis Conner. So, pot kettle, mate. But he was just being an absolute asshole. If you go ahead and watch Justine's video, he was just saying really rude things. He was coming across as really arrogant, said really negative stuff about the girls in the show, and also was just treating Justine really rudely. Like, honestly, some of his friends reached out to Justine and she shouted out one of his friends' podcasts. I don't know, it was kind of a mess, but basically he was blowing it out of proportion and saying that she was being really creepy and moving things too quickly and everything, and he had promised to send a little video, like a cameo video, to her brothers who were a fan of him, and then he never did it, which obviously he's not obligated to do, but it's just kind of like, don't promise something if you're not gonna do it. And I don't know, the whole thing was just a mess. I recommend you go watch her videos, but basically the long and the short of it is he was just being really rude to the fans, who are the people who watch your videos, give you your views, who give you your clout. And honestly, the guy just seems like a clout chaser. Like, he's already like referring to people like, oh my god, like my fans, my fan accounts, like blah blah blah. Like, chill, okay? You've got like 50,000 subscribers on YouTube, you're not a freaking celebrity. Like, I honestly just think he's let this little drop of clout get to his head and blow his entire ego out of proportion, and he's finally getting called out for it, which I think is good. So where Kurtis comes into this is that Kurtis is friends with this guy, right? And Kurtis makes fun of guys who are douchey and misogynistic like Dan. So a lot of people are like, Kurtis, how could you be friends with someone like this? Did you know he was like this? And we don't really know, you know, sometimes people act different in front of other people, so it's not really for us to say if Kurtis knew that he was like this, nor is it our business. I mean, if they're going to be friends, they're going to be friends. But Kurtis went ahead and blocked Justine, which people thought was shady, but to be fair, you know, Kurtis is just friends with Dean and he was only hearing Dean's point of view, so he probably just blocked her because he wanted to support his friend and not get involved, and he was only hearing things from Dan's point of view. So he has unblocked her and kind of addressed it with a tweet, and Dan has addressed it with a classic YouTuber notes apology. Oh, he's so new to this and he's already doing a notes apology app. But yeah, the whole thing was just a mess. I don't really know if Justine should have made the video. I honestly kind of think it was not necessary, but then part of me is also like, I mean, I'm kind of glad she did, because I even watched some of Dean's videos and I definitely won't be supporting him anymore, and I'm sure a lot of other people feel that way. And I think it's good, you know, if you're going to treat your fans like that and think of them in that negative way, then why should they support you? So I guess it's good that he's been exposed for the clout chasing asshole that he is. So anyway, onto our last bit of tea is the Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson makeup launch. Now I was going to save this for my Shane Dawson series, but I thought I would just go ahead and mention it here. If you don't know, I've been making a commentary series to every episode in the series. If you want to check that out, I'll link the playlist down below. But basically, Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson had their launch for their entire makeup collection, the Conspiracy Collection, which was on the 1st of November. And basically, the entire launch was an absolute shit show. The website Shopify, which is the platform that Jeffree Star Cosmetics uses, actually crashed. There were people on the site for hours and hours. People would order stuff, it would go to their cart. When they went to check out, it would kick them out. Nothing was loading. Things were saying they were sold out when they weren't. Some things just weren't showing up. It was basically a mess. People were frantic. The internet was going wild. It was an absolute catastrophe. And honestly, what really sucks about the whole situation is, obviously, it sucks that the fans had to wait this long and go through this mess. And it sucks that Jeffree and Shane have to deal with this because it isn't their fault. In the series, they said they were speaking to Shopify and how Shopify was supposed to make sure that the platform was going to be okay. And the fact that they didn't do that, this is on Shopify. Like, you knew how many people were going to be on the platform. There's like 20 million plus people watching the series. They're selling 1 million palettes, like 1 million of just the Conspiracy palettes, and then they have everything else. Like, you knew what to expect. You should have been prepared. And the entire thing was just a mess. I honestly didn't even bother trying to order anything, y'all. I was just like, I'm gonna just wait till the restock because I'm not in the mood to sit at my computer screen for 2 hours refreshing and reloading. So congrats to all of you who did get something. I'm sorry if y'all didn't. There will be another restock later on, and let's just all remember that it's makeup, okay? We live another day. Life goes on. But to be honest, I am very excited to go ahead and see the next episode in the series where we get to see everything behind the scenes. I'm sure Shane would have had a meltdown. Honestly, looked very stressful for them. But yeah, they broke the internet. They done did that. That they did do. And is anyone surprised? Didn't think so. But anyway, guys, that is it for this tea video. I hope your cups are nice and full, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please give the video a thumbs up. Comment down below your thoughts on any of the tea and the drama. I would love to know. And if you've not already, please make sure that you subscribe and turn on the post notifications bell so that you don't miss another upload, because I'm going to be trying to upload a lot more now that I'm finished with university. And as well, I'll be uploading on my second channel, so if you haven't already subscribed, check that out down below. And of course, make sure you go ahead and follow me on any of my social media. They're just linked down below. Alrighty guys, that's it for me in this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in my next one. And of course, I hope that you have a great day or night wherever you're in the world. Bye!